Hey, beautiful High Vibe Tribe. Thank you for waiting and being patient since Rob and I went a little bit longer today. Hope everybody is well. Welcome to my first live of 2025. Very exciting. Okay, let me just see. Hi, Ruth. How good to see you. Okay, so I'll just wait for a few more people to jump on. Ruth, let me know if you can hear and see me okay. Since I had to switch my mic up today, so that is good. Hopefully a few more people. I forgot to tell everybody to come join us. Hopefully a few more people show up. Looking forward to this live today. We got lots to cover. Ruth, can you hear me okay? Oh, good. We got a few more people joining. Excellent. Happy 2025, everyone, whether we are on this calendar or not. Aloha, Christine. Good to see you. I'm going to do a general reading for us while people are joining. Just for now, for the beginning of the year, I did do good, fantastic. I did do a deep dive for all of us on the 2nd. It was only a week ago, but so much has happened. So I'm going to do another deep dive for us all globally. But let me just pull some cards for us all as well. And let's just see, what information do we need to know for today, for all of us, for this week, January 8th, 2025. We're in the middle of a very powerful manifestation portal as we make our way to January 11th. And that day, the nodes will be changing as well. So I will be bringing more information in about that too. The nodes are a bit complicated, so I want to make sure I have like all the right information for us. But we are in a very, where are we? The 8th. So we still have a few more days before the 11 portal on January 11th. Just a powerful time to set your intentions, your New Year's intentions for the universe. What would you like your life to be this year? This is a very powerful year, everyone, whether you're here now or watching later. And thank you for hitting that like button as well, because as Starseeds, this is our year. This is our year as Starseeds, as light workers, because more of the collective consciousness is ready to remember who they are. Okay, let's see what we all need to know. Crystal Skull Wisdom. Oh, by the way, we had 3 back-to-back X-class flares this time, like last weekend. So powerful. So some of you might still be experiencing ascension, flu-like symptoms. If you have fog in your area, you're going to be feeling weird from that as well. It's because we're becoming plasma beings, we're becoming plasmoids. That's how we're going to be able to transport and go on the light ships and do all the really cool things that we are going to remember doing. So Crystal Skull Wisdom. Some of you also might be experiencing physical bone pain right now, teeth migraines, teeth pain. That this is all part of the essential process. By the way, 3 X-class flares, unheard of, unprecedented until now. So I always know a day or two beforehand. So my cat, my kitty, the animals really feel it too. So he was not well. So that would have been last Friday, Saturday. But I also know a group of you are just feeling it now. You're just integrating now. Okay. So just be patient with yourself if you're going through aches and pains right now. Our body does not lie to us. Chamber of the Violet Flame. So remember to use your tools of transmutation. We're not out of the woods yet. This is to help us transform anything radically. I was reminded when I went grocery shopping, was it last night? So I found the X-class flares really like reset me, to the point where even on Rob's show, having a hard time remembering people's names, earth words. So even things like I go and do grid work, and I had not thought about invoking the violet flame while I was in the store because I just was on autopilot. So I did invoke it for everyone. I try to do that now when I'm in stores to raise the vibration of the locations, the food, whatever is being sold. So just a reminder of what a great tool this is for all of you. If you've not used it before, research it. If you are using it, remember it's programmable. Okay. You can ask it to help you with whatever you need. You can also use it for friends, family, where you live, food, water systems, all sorts of things. Oh, this is interesting. Lemurian seed codes. So we're receiving a lot of information, intel through our upgrades right now For those of us that are connected to Lemuria, remember Lemuria, we're receiving a lot of that information right now. And that is very much connected to the Pacific Rim, to the Pacific Ocean, to the west coast of North America, to it goes all the way over to Australia, Japan, China. Now, by the way, everyone, I did already share this. I might look at it a little bit today, but definitely the fires that have hit the Pacific Palisades area. I believe I also heard it hit Pasadena and Santa Monica, massive fires. I believe Malibu got it as well in California. So my heart and prayers go out. I did ask for assistance. I asked the dragons to bring in rain for everyone to assist. I know the winds have been really bad, and also it's moved out a lot of people. So my heart and prayers go out to all of you, but I did ask for assistance on behalf of all of you. I got the news last night, so hope everything is okay. So that is part and parcel connected to everything that's unfolding right now. And I find it interesting that Lahaina went through their fire on August 8th, and here we are January 8th. And I suspect with the time of year, with the massive fire, with the winds being exceptionally unusual, they were very high powered winds, that there's something else going on. So anyway, those of us that are connected to Lemuria are receiving a lot of intel, a lot of memories, and a lot of abilities from those timelines. Reminder to stay in our heart and our high heart activation as best we can. Again, as I've shared with Rob, the whole plan of the other team is to be the Grinch, to keep us out of our joy and our happiness. So don't let them take it from you. Okay. Every day is a new day. It's a Groundhog Day. So every day is a reset. Every day is a new day to make new choices for yourself, for your health, for your wellness, for your life and your reality. Okay. All right, so that's our first set of cards. I'm going to just pull one. I'm not going to do tarot for this because I'm going to do Galactic Tarot for all of us for the global update. Deep replenishment. So again, a time of nourishment and taking care of our bodies and resting. There is, what's the word I'm looking for? What came in the show with Rob is there's a big portion of the collective that is not quite ready to start the year yet. They don't want to get out of that Christmas bubble. I know I've been there before. I also want to share with you all that the light codes that are coming in right now are very high frequency plasma light codes, and they are pushing us to rest more, to rejuvenate, take care. Like this really is so interesting that it really is the time of year to evaluate everything. How do you want your life to be this year? To not just keep doing the same things over and over and over again, and that your body needs more rest, it needs more hydration, it needs different foods right now. That's usually why January is a big month for setting intentions and goals as well. So that's why I like January. So continue to be that. I have been, like I said, with the 3 X-class flares that came in, I have needed more rest. So I know when I need that much rest, I'm on the light ships, I'm in meetings, I'm being upgraded, and that's why the earth words are not the word I'm looking for. They're not easily accessible. They've been wiped. So we're going through, when we do deep sleep like that, we're being wiped and rebuilt from the ground up. Okay. All right. Next message. Can't make this up. Total light body spectrum upgrades. All right. So that, again, be patient with yourself and friends and family. If you don't have the get up and go right now, don't worry, it's coming. Mercury just moved into Capricorn. So Mercury manages my sun sign and my rising sign. And the thing is that it's kind of been since December. It was in retrograde for a long time. We didn't officially get out of the retrograde waiting period until January 2nd. I have felt like all this week, the last 3 days, has been like Mercury retrograde cleanup. So it could very well have to do, the nodes change, the lunar nodes change every 18 months. So if you all know, you can check your chart and see where your nodes are. So we're leaving, the North Node is Aries and we're moving into the North Node Pisces. So there's going to be a lot of changes, of energy changes and cleanup for the next 18 months. Okay. So that has a lot to do with it as well. We're adjusting. And how I always know like Mercury retrograde stuff is going on, there's been an elevator out in my building since early December, or no, sorry, end of November. It's still out. That's very unusual. It usually gets fixed in a couple weeks. And as of yesterday, the second elevator went out. So we're down to one elevator. And I remember waiting in line to get up to my space thinking, this is so interesting how we're in January and apparently everything's moving forward, but yet it feels like it's going backwards. And then what do we have? We have big massive fires hitting California. We have so many people understanding about UFOs, UAPs, plasma orbs, drones now. We have a new commander-in-chief in the US. We have a whole bunch of stuff that's happening in Canada, which we'll look at because it's not what it seems like, unfortunately. But I woke up feeling like I have faith in Canadians. I have faith in things are going to shift because we're going to make them shift. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Dragon for us all at this time, the fire and the water dragon. No kidding. You know what? When I asked for assistance last night for California, I did ask for dragons assistance because they're very good at bringing in water, as well as assisting with an imbalance of fire and elements. I also asked the Galactic Alliance to assist as best they could. I suspect, I'm going to pull some cards about it, but I suspect, like I shared, it's very similar to what happened in Lahaina and other areas of the planet. And I think more of that information will come out in the next week. But again, it's so unnecessary, and it's always a shock to the collective, to people who live in those areas, and to the world as well when something comes in like this. So we have the fire and water dragon. Isn't that interesting? Enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. We're to expect the unexpected. No kidding. That's what 2025 is going to be all about. But also it says to keep raising our vibration and having fun. And do not feel guilty about that. That's how we keep our vibration high. We have the ability to experience so many emotions, but joy and fun are things that are right. Okay, let's pull a crystal and see what's going on for everybody. Interesting. Family. Third eye activation, iolite. So iolight's similar to lapis lazuli, to third eye opening, that's cool because that's what came in with the reading for all of us as well by June. So we'll see what the other cards say. By June, a lot of our family and friends are going to be able to understand about the UAPs, the UFOs, and that we are these galactic multidimensional beings. Little pieces are coming to them. And I feel like that the whole drone operation has really opened up a lot for everybody. But isn't that interesting? So third eye's coming in for everyone. Rutilated quartz. So home and family are super important right now. I know I shared this a week ago that some of you are really wondering where you should be living. You're thinking about a move. You're thinking about maybe traveling for a while. You're thinking about all of that. Just make sure that you choose a home base and frequency that resonates with you, that brings you joy, and that sometimes we don't resonate with a lot of individuals because we're here to be way showers and be lone wolves and forge a new path. But we all need a home base. So you might all be thinking about that, like where maybe you're thinking about living a different way. Maybe you're thinking about moving to a different country or moving to a different area of the country. A lot of people are analyzing all that now because you're being called to be at a different grid point. Okay. So that's super interesting. So we have family and home are very important. A lot of you are thinking about that. Sometimes family isn't our earth family. Sometimes it's our soul family. And some of you are so longing to be with your soul family. Don't worry, that's coming. We've been waiting for everyone to get it. Finally, we have for the heart chakra, green, adventuring, new beginnings, new opportunities. And that is a number 5 in this deck. That's interesting again, because May and June keep coming in to be the big months this year. I have not looked at the astrology yet, but I have a feeling we may have some eclipse energy this year too. I haven't looked. Okay. So we have third eye, family, we have root chakra, root related quartz or regular quartz. And then we have green aventurine for the heart chakra, which is about new opportunities, new beginnings, and abundance and prosperity. Okay. Yes. And I think I saw an individual hop on, and I say this all the time. I've been there myself. This is not the time to focus on lack or what is not working in your life. You look at it and then you're going to recreate it. You're going to make new choices. We all have that every single day to rise up, dust ourselves off, and begin again. Okay. So I think that that's it for now. So I'll check in with everyone. Let me just let you all know. So I'm going to I want to do a global deep dive again because I just did one on the 2nd, but so much has happened. So I want to look at the USA. I also want to look at Canada and globally. Just so you all know, there is still a lot of resistance not in the USA itself, but probably there is a percentage, but globally to your new commander-in-chief coming in on the 20th. So I feel like there is going to be a lot of distractions from now until the 20th. Canada, although it sounded like our announcement was really good, it was kind of a faux announcement. And so I want to look into that. When I looked at Canada let me just see, November last year, it looked like there was going to be a big shift for us in December. There was, but it didn't complete. So a couple people resigned, but it didn't complete into moving into a new regime. So then it looked like there was going to be something happening in January. No. So now when I looked at it last week, it looked like there was going to be a big kerfuffle February and March. So I want to re-look at it. So for those of you who don't know, globally, it looks like the current PM resigned. He didn't. If you go back and listen to it, he said he intends to, and now he's vanished. And there's nobody basically managing our affairs until the end of March. So we'll see what happens with that. But I already have great faith and hope in this will be an opportunity to completely revamp how things work, at least to the point where this cannot happen again. Okay. It's super important that we have a strong presence, as you have a strong presence in the USA, because we work so closely together. Okay. Globally, I also want to take a look and see what's going on there as well. All right. What else did I want to look at? I want to look at the UFOs and the fog because I have been experiencing fog where I am. I'll look at all your questions too. Thank you everyone for being here. Are the archons scanning us? And then what I did while you were all waiting for me is I looked at the percentage of the dark ETs, their presence with managing us since 2020 and what's happening now. Okay. And then whatever you all want to ask would be fantastic. All right. Where do we want to start? Let's look at the global information. And if anybody is here from Canada and you're all worried about the 51st state information, we'll see what wants to come in about that. I'm just going with the flow because I just know there's going to be a big, when we looked at it, there's a big shift for Canada this year, and it's going to be very positive and very abundant for all Canadians. And we're just to be open to the new. Okay. All right. Aloha, Ruth. Welcome from Nova Scotia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Aloha, Christine. Let me just see if there's anyone. Aloha, Tal Mackenzie. Oh, rainy England. Yes, we have we have sunshine today, but we've had rain. Let me just see if there's anybody else. Hey, Tennessee, Kentucky, Bigfoot. I'm glad I think you saw there oh no, maybe it was on Rob's where you said that you had the fog flu. Yeah, let's talk about that because that's important. Okay, let me just see what I can see. The skyscrapers under LA getting exposed. Yeah. I think like there could be like multiple operations going on there right now. Okay, you all, should I start with the USA or Canada? What should we deep dive into first? It's very related. It's very related as well. I will say for anyone who's concerned about Mr. T in the US, a lot of things that he's saying right now, take them tongue in cheek, because he's been like this his whole journey. He plants information out there in public to It's not aggressive. It's to allow everyone to facilitate. There's way more going on than what we think. Okay, yeah, sure, Ruth, let's do Canada. So I'm going to pull some cards like let's do January, February, March, and I want to see when we actually will have. My question is, when will we actually have an election? Because right now we are in a holding pattern till March. I don't know if y'all have heard. 2 individuals went back to the same kind of thing happened in England. So if y'all don't know, basically he didn't resign. He put a pause on everything. There's nobody home in our parliament till the end of March. No election, nobody helping us, nothing. So I had this image of your Mr. T phoning and saying, hey, I'm in office now and I want us to work out the deals. He's just going to get voicemail. Like I laughed at that because that's exactly, nobody's home running things for Canada, which is ridiculous. So already a couple of individuals have filed in court to say this is unconstitutional and they want it reversed. So that's one big piece that's already come out about how could somebody do this and put everything on hold for Canada and just leave and nothing's happened. Yeah, so it was all a big show for the media, but just so you all know, we're not celebrating yet, right? Okay, so let me just ask overall, what is happening with Canada, January, February, March, and let's see. So when I did this last week, it really was up in the air, and I can see now why it's up in the air. Okay, interesting. 2 cards flew out of the deck, Third Eye and Fulfillment of Wishes. I'm already hearing as Canadians, we are to keep affirming and praying that more Canadians wake up and that we take our power back and the country back. So we have a sovereign energy to work with moving forward, right? It's pretty hard to move forward and work with another new energy if everyone is in turmoil within the country. All right, so that's just overall Third Eye and Fulfillment of Wishes. So let's ask what's happening in January. Financial and material changes, but it came in upside down because it got stalled. Okay, so February, 2 cards came in. Material and spiritual prosperity, number 9, and also number 6, memories of love. And then March, stand your ground. All right, so I might have to ask another question. I might have to ask it a different way. Oh, this is interesting. Actually, I thought it was a 9. There's 2 6s. That's for February. Okay, so this is for Canada overall deep dive, Galactic. All right, so we have financial and material changes that came in upside down because everything is on pause. But then we got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is really good news, everyone. What this means is this delay right now is actually going to open the big door for all Canadians to receive their sovereign right of abundance and prosperity. So what I'm hearing is until this all happened, Canada would have just plogged along. Another election, same thing happened over and over and over again. So this is actually leading to a better energy of abundance and prosperity for all of us. And that's what I woke up with today. So Monday I was happy because there were Canadians that were happy, so our vibration raised. Yesterday I woke up with can't believe that we've been put on hold for 2 months. Today it was like I woke up feeling refreshed again, going, no, this is a redirect. So keep setting your intentions, Canadians, and all of you out there as well. Set intentions for Canada, for the country to evolve into a higher version where everyone is treated properly, because right now that is not the case, but that's the redirect right now. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so for February, we have 2 6s. We have people that are holding on to the old memory of Canada, which, by the way, that is not what we're dealing with right now. And there's also new individuals looking at spiritual and prosperity for the land. Look at that, individuals looking out over the land. Okay, and what is the clarification for that, please? We have the 6 of Pentacles, which is balance, which is justice. All right, 3 6s. Okay, so 3 sixes. What does that mean? Okay, so right off the bat, so much information is going to come forward for Canadians by February. It is going to be mind-blowing, which I feel it's going to be. Canadians are going to find out that they haven't really had anything, that everything got removed behind the scenes. And so justice will be served in February. That is good to know. And then stand our ground in March. 7 is about moving forward. Knight of Cups. So we'll definitely have an election by March. Hallelujah. Okay, let me just pull. Definitely needed. You know, the longer the delay for new energy to start Canada, the worse it's going to be for Canadians. More Canadians will just be depressed, and yeah, it won't be good. All right, I'm going to pull I forgot to do this last time. I'm going to pull a dragon and an overall message. So an overall message for Canada. Keep us all up. By the way, bottom of the deck, the devil card. So that is the energy that's running Canada right now, but it's going to be cleared. And then below that, the chariot, things will start to move forward. So this process right now is about waking up the Canadians that are still asleep and just want to get up, go to work, and not be part of the change. No, all of it's going to be part of a change. Absolutely. Okay. We have the Arcturian energy, which is future energy for Canada. Evolutionary downloads, recalling and reclaiming our power, future thinking, so that we're going to be rebuilding and redirecting a new version of Canada. Yeah, Canada is much younger than the US. I believe it's, I want to say, I remember seeing someone, they made some hats. I want to say like it was formed in 1879, I believe. I could be wrong. School was a long time ago. But anyway, it is the redirect right now, even the insanity of the movie is going to be good overall. Hallelujah. Okay, let me just pull a dragon. I'll just do a dragon for everyone for Canada, and then we'll move on to the US. The gold and silver violet flame dragon. So I'm going to ask, I have a feeling that I'm going to be putting together a grid work assignment, and it's going to be for Canada, probably February. I'll see how it goes, but I'm already going to ask, and those of you in Canada or around the world who'd like to work with keep sending this energy to transmute all the lower vibrational energy within our country. I will tell you, that's one thing that they have done, everyone. There is probably more crime in all of our cities than it has ever happened. And that's been really dragging the vibration down as well. Okay. Let's move on to the US, and then I'll look at everyone else. So that's a relief. That's good. And again, I will keep looking at this as we move along for sure. Okay, so let's look at the US now, because lots of distractions going on. Yeah, I'm going to do US, I'll look at the global, and then I'll move on to the fog, okay? And I'll come back to your questions. All right, let's look at what's going on with the US for January, February, March. So big change of energy by the 20th. We have memories of love for January. For February, solar plexus, which is stepping back into your power, your collective power. And then by March, rest and rejuvenation is going to be needed. Yeah, I feel like there's lots of energy. There's also like emotional loss at the bottom. So there's still quite a few people who are in shock about the change, who don't accept it. And they're going to be working through those emotions for the next 3 months. Yeah, because things are going to be getting fast and furious. Memories of love for January. Yeah, so this month, as basically from the 20th onward, is a group of visionaries have moved into moving everyone into another timeline, remembering how sacred things were, and starting the cleanup process. Okay. February, keep looking at there. So with all that information that comes out with the new individuals stepping into their power, all of you in the US collectively, it's going to be, some of it's going to be fast, some of it's going to be slow. There's going to be some resistance, obviously, to new, because some of the old programs are going to be deleted, but it's going to start by the end of February. It's going to be apparent that this individual wants everyone to be back in their power, okay? Giving the power back to the citizens. And then so much information, and I feel like the light codes coming in by March. There's that, like, remember to spend time in nature, trees, all of that. That is our sanctuary to repair us right now. And so by March, everyone's going to need a little bit of a break. Oh my gosh, I love this. So we have the Five of Pentacles, which is usually like lack, poverty, consciousness, and people being left out in the cold. You know what? It came in upside down. So many shifts by March that everyone's going to just feel relief. It's going to be like the same with Canada whenever we get to this point. It's going to be like people have no idea what has been going on. So I feel like even February, so much information is going to come out for your country, for the globe, that, yeah, everyone's going to need like a little bit of downtime. I'm wondering is Easter in March this year or April? I haven't looked. Okay. And then, so those that are in grief about everything that's unfolding because they don't know yet, that means their third eye's not open. They don't see the truth. You know what? There's a blessing in the lockdowns because I learned so much and went down so many rabbit holes in 2020 that I wouldn't even be able to help you all here and bring this information in if I wasn't working from a higher perspective. Okay, so overall, there's still a lot of, at the moment, resistance with the changes that are coming up, sadness for what has been. Like, you know, they all thought the same within Canada. Everyone thought everything was going along smoothly. Why do we need to change it? So they're still working through their grief and sadness. They haven't gotten into acceptance yet, but they will when they see, like Nine of Pentacles, when they start to see the benefits for everyone in your country, they'll be able to move out of this, and they'll have to also, they're also letting me know it's going to be about the information that comes out, right? The lists, everything that everyone thought was reality was actually fake. But once everyone understands, like, it's going to get so much better for everyone in your country and humanity. Yeah, I'm just breathing a sigh of relief already that we're in this year. So there is going to be some bumps along the road, but it looks good. US looks good. So let me pull one card and a dragon. Overall message for the USA for the next 3 months, at least right now. I'll relook at it. Soul Star activation. So this is about fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. I love that. Very powerful. That means a lot more souls are going to be elevated and beyond their 7 chakra system, and they're going to be remembering more about being galactic hybrids. Yeah. Let's pull a dragon for everyone in the USA. Archangel Michael's Deep Blue Dragon. So a great dragon energy to work with. Keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you're protected and you walk on a path of light. That's an amazing message for the USA. Sorry, I went backwards. I was like, what was the one for Canada? We're still transmuting. We're a little bit behind you. Yeah, like 100 years behind you. Okay, but we're catching up. We're catching up. Okay, global. Let's look at global. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, welcome everybody. And then I'll check in with everyone in a minute. Globally, what's it looking like January, February, March of this year? So we have, again, material and spiritual prosperity in January. So things are already happening behind the scenes, everyone. So this is, you know what's also about the 6th? So January 6th, that prophetic date where everything happened in the USA a number of years ago. Well, guess what? This January 6th, you all had your certification of your new commander-in-chief and VP. We had an announcement that day. And if you didn't know, the government in France fell that day. So very powerful energy. I looked at the astrology. I really didn't see anything, but I feel like it's an energy date with the other teams. Okay, so big energy shifted already for all of us globally as of the 6th of January. And overall, prosperity and abundance. So really, if you don't feel that or you don't have that in your life, really work on recoding that, because that is your sovereign right. and keep working on that. Okay. Got 2 cards. I see and see the red energy. It came in with these cards as well. So there is a lot of root chakra healing and clearing right now. So February, patience and planning globally. So lots of truths coming out, but then positive movement forward came out as well. So whatever sort of unravels globally in February is very positive for humanity. And then in March, new partnerships and alliances. I already see it coming. And maybe that's why I'm so open to it, because I'm feeling like everything that it needs to go is crumbling. And we're going to see a big light bulbs going on for everyone by March. New partnerships and alliance. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck, high heartfelt energy, divine feminine energy from prime source as well, guiding us through this whole process. Okay. Big steps for humanity already in March. I love it. All right, let's look at January first globally. 3 of Swords came in, but it came in upside down. So anyone who is involved in something or in a reality that is like you feel like it's that way, it's actually to help you heal and clear for yourself, for the collective. We're working towards freedom, sovereignty, and abundance for all of humanity. Okay, so remember, it came in upside down. So this is a month for all of us to heal, keep working on your shadow work, clear your traumas, and the dark teams rely on us not to do our shadow work and to hang on to our traumas. Okay, forgive everyone. Forgiveness and gratitude are superpowers, right? Forgiveness and gratitude, that resets your timeline and helps you move forward. Okay, so patience and planning and positive movement forward for February. They're saying by the end of February, a lot more positive movement. We can see the sun in the distance. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Still going to look a little bit messy till then. Star card came in. So we have the star councils, on planet, off planet, the alliance that is saying it's time to move everything forward, right? That's why we changed timelines. So yeah, show me what the alliances are about in March. Are we all going to know about the galactic alliances as well by March? King of Swords. Oh, I love it. So not right now. That's not the information. The information is all that we need to know to move forward as a collective will be brought up to clear by March. And the High Priestess came in, but she came in upside down. So all that was hidden will be exposed. Excellent. Fantastic. And then we also have at the bottom of the deck, victory and success in our heart chakra. So I shared this last time, regardless of who is front facing in some of these boardrooms and some of these realities. Remember, this is also a stepping stone, like to what everything's going to look like in 4 years, which will be completely different. The energy behind it is the divine feminine wishing peace and prosperity for all of humanity, for around the world, right? Yeah. So a bunch of things are going to crumble, and they're going to keep crumbling because more information is going to come out for humanity. Yay! That's so good. Okay. Let me pull one card for global and a dragon, and then I'll go to questions. Okay. Globally, oh, interesting. So globally, memories of Atlantis. So many things that are crumbling are due to the dark ones that hijacked the Atlantean timeline and keep going back and forth and changing timelines. So that's going to be sealed up. It also says a spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. So I feel like there's also going to be like watch systems for the whole AI agenda, that there's going to be, there's going to be like right now there's just everything's out there being used and no one's paying attention to if things are going rogue and going sentient and taking over. So there's going to be that was like the downfall of Atlantis was the dark ETs and the technology just took over. So there has to be there has to be progress, but there has to be a balance as well. We also have like our Merkabas. That's the plasma light coming in. Our Merkabas are actually being repaired. and we'll be able to start using them more effectively. Okay. So that's super cool. So lots more light codes, solar flares, everything happening by March. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to some questions. So I want to let you all know that my Jumpstart January offers are on right now on all sessions, packages, mentorships. You can check that out. They're all at the top of my website. And look forward to whoever's being called to accelerate your soul mission, your journey, your quantum healing, all of that. Okay, let me just see. Hold on. Oh, this is a good. Anyone getting clicking noises in their ears? I don't have clicking, but I have had major buzzing, and that goes along with the skull area being upgraded. Plus, the last message I got about the ears ringing and the ear sounds is we're hearing our light ships that are close by, and it might be different noises for different galactic energy. So that's super cool. But yeah, my left ear has been buzzing off and on like crazy. So you're not the only one, tell. But yeah, if anybody else has any clicking in the ears, let us know in the comments. Yeah, Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. So I'm going to look at that next. So yeah, share about your fog flu as well, because we've had fog here and I kind of had it for a day too. Hi, Isis, welcome. And let me just see. Yeah, we are back. Yes. Yes, Canada is going to be a more mature Canada moving forward. Absolutely. Yeah. So we got into this with Rob. I'm going to do a reading about this because we have fog here and I felt like the flu, but when I went out to look at it, I didn't see any toxins being but I felt like I was unwell because of the energy. I had kind of the same reaction as from the solar flare. So I actually thought next class flare was coming in, but we had really weird fog, like dense fog come in 2 days ago. Like it came in the afternoon, and then it was gone by the next day. And yeah, so I'm going to do a deep dive about that. Let's see. I have found out. Yes, Ruth. I'm not surprised. All the ports in Canada has been used as a facility that hopefully that will be another piece of information that comes out. We've been used as a facility on so many levels, used and abused. Absolutely. Ruth, if it may, not to make you feel better, but all the ports around the world, that's what they've been used for sure. Yeah, it's very, very sad, but that's something that will come forward for the collective and it will be dismantled. I took chloride dioxide immediately. What is that? I don't even know what that is. But yeah, Tennessee, maybe let us know what your symptoms were and why you took that. That would be good because that will help out others. And I just got nausea from what you were experiencing. So I'm going to talk about the dark ATs too. Aloha, Amber. Welcome. Happy New Year. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, the trees, everyone, they're such a blessing. They take away pain. They help to heal us. They talk to us. They are here as such a gift. Even if you have no crystals at all and you can make your way to a tree somewhere, that tree will help you for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Happy New Year, Amber. Good to see you. Okay, Sharon. Well, let us know what the weird stuff is, and then we can talk about it for sure. Weird stuff everywhere. Yeah, I've been having so the ear ringing for many of us, Sharon, has gone up a level. Like my ear was ringing so loudly before the Christmas holidays. It was crazy. Okay, let me just see. Am I missing somebody? I says, yeah, because I'm going to look at, I talked about that already a little bit on Rob's show, but I will look at that for sure. Okay. So I want to look at the UFOs and I want to look at the fog connection, but let me just talk a little bit about the archons and the scanning. Okay. So think about those old nesting dolls. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would be similar, like modern way. Or just think as you, if you're going to go out in the cold and you put a lot of layers on, right? So the outer layer, the outer nesting doll is an archon energy. They are off planet. They are a sentient AI dark technology that their main role is, I want to own that. I want to take over that. We have to divide and conquer, own. So they own Earth right now. They manage a lot of the technology. They're also behind the really aggressive agenda. They manage all these other groups. So I wanted to just take a look. So they do scan us. I had a really super cool session yesterday. Make note of this. If you feel like that's you, get yourself some shungite. They gave me yesterday in a session that shungite not only helps to protect us from EMFs, helps to protect us from them scanning us. Yeah. And I've worked on a whole bunch of other tools so they cannot locate me, but they don't have a soul, they don't have a heart, they're not picking on you, they're mechanical. They're just on a program, on a loop. So their role is, 20 star seeds raise the vibration. Where are they? And how can we bring their vibration down? And they'll work through people, places, things, situations, whatever they need to do to bring irritation to your life, okay? Apparently this was all part of the game that we signed up for. So they do scan all the time. And I will often feel them sneak their way into my apartment, and then I have to readjust my security, and it's not out of fear, it's just out of like, I'm a sovereign being, you're not welcome, okay? So I also had the lovely joy of meeting a reptilian individual in my building, and it was so apparent. We both got in the elevator. This person's energy was just over the top, like felt like it was strangling me basically. So actually what was so interesting is I actually telepathed with it, and then I just asked source to take care of it. But I would say to you all, I have not met any of that energy like in person, in a physical avatar for years. So I knew it wasn't coincidental that I walked into the building at the same time as this person, that we were both in the same elevator together, and that I had that experience. And yeah, it was super interesting. So that to me, it felt like it was an initiation pass with flying colors. All right, so I asked a question for all of us. Like, I just asked about all the dark ET races and what percentage was managing us in 2020 before the lockdowns versus now. So let's start with the grays. I'm getting 0 are bothering us right now unless you have a contract with them. Unless you have a soul contract to have an experience with them, they no longer are effective at interfering with humanity because they're at their bottom level. But they were like 39% still doing their stuff before 2020. Okay. Reptilians in 2020, 60% presence here on Earth. They're down to 32%. So that's pretty good. Dracos in 2020, and there's probably other ones too, I'm just in the main groups, whereas Dracos in 2020, 55% representation here on the planet. They're down to 33%. So there's been quite a big cleanup. And it doesn't mean we're going to meet them, but it just means you need to be aware that there's still percentages of the dark ETs down here doing the work to irritate us, right? Anunnaki, 65% exposure experience to, managing things. In 2020, they're down to 34%. 2020 archons, 100%. So they were the ones that were facilitating that whole program. They're down to 59%, which doesn't sound like a big dip, but it is a big dip, and it's going to get better. And I'm going to keep this close so I can just keep rescanning. I'll do another rescan when I see next time I'm on here. Okay. Okay. So let me just go up here. Sorry, I'm just, it's just taking me a while to remember how to do this. Okay. That's good. So Sharon, the fog right now is global and it's not normal. I agree with you. Like here in Vancouver too, we can get a lot of fog, but this fog right now is not normal, and we'll get into that. It's not. It's being used for multiple reasons, but a lot of people are getting sick globally. And when they go out and take videos of it, it looks like snow toxins are being released, but it's certain areas. But yeah, I agree with you. But the fog that came in here to Vancouver the other day, like I felt really awful when it came in. Yeah, we have to notice how we're feeling for sure. Nothing is the same as it used to be. Nothing. Left ear has been buzzing or ringing. Yes, Amber, me as well. Okay, what are you saying? Jim Humble, MMS, chlorine dioxide. Okay, am I supposed to look that up? Is that person's name? I don't know. I'll write it down and do my own research. No problem. I know we're on this platform. Thank you. I'll write it down and look into it. I was guided to double up my immune boosting products and to also mix them up. So I'm just finishing a round of a certain product, and I'm being guided to go and get a different product today. Okay. So yeah. So, okay. Sorry. This is Sharon again. Yeah. So think about, you weren't maybe on Rob's show. So I recorded a bunch of movies over the holidays, and then I watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind for the first time forever. It came out the same year as Star Wars, 1977. When the UFOs came in, all electronic stuff got weird. So everything that was working wasn't working. The radios weren't working. Cars stopped working. Things turned on. And I thought it was important for me to watch that movie to go back to the basics of what happens when a big frequency comes in and changes the other frequency. Okay. So yeah. And I understand that. I think there's going to be days when we can listen to music that we like, and there's going to be other days where it irritates us, but it also could be the frequency that's coming from whatever we're playing it on, right? Yeah, so just know that. Very, very lots of weird things going on for sure. I love cedarwood. Cedarwood's one of my favorites. Keeps me grounded too. Jim Humble. Okay, I wrote that down. Thank you. I'll go do my research. No problem. I'm a researcher at heart. Love it. Yeah, Sharon, I would say that this experience right here, could be two things. One, there's been a massive UFO presence that's changed the frequency, and or the technology on the other side got changed up. So yeah, I've had like all sorts of things like turn off, turn on. What else? There was something else. Oh yeah, like even my microphone didn't work today. Sometimes I plug things in and they work and they don't work. So there's been a lot of that going on recently. Fairy activity on your security camera. I love that. That's amazing. You were nauseous. Yeah. So my nausea is one of my superpowers now. It's connected to Archon energy. So I was already feeling what you were feeling. So as soon as you shared that, Tennessee, I felt the nausea. So that means that what you experienced was in fact true. That fog flu that you experienced, you were in that area where they were sending out toxins. So well done. And that's what we have to pay attention to, everyone. Nausea is a big one. It's a big one. I have great success with peppermint tea and peppermint oil. The motion sickness pills actually made me ill many years ago, so I can't kind of use traditional stuff, but that's kind of what I use. If I smell peppermint oil, I am good. Miracle Mineral Supplement. Actually, you brought up a good point. So I will share with you all. I kind of wrapped up a bunch of my supplements by Christmas. Starseed Sister sent me some new ones. So detoxing is really big right now. I'm making smoothies with really high levels of like the medicinal mushrooms, the spirulina, that kind of thing. And yeah, and minerals as well. I started really moving into deeper levels of minerals last year. So there's all sorts of things that our bodies need right now. And definitely because of what the fog thing, which is not just fog in a lot of areas, immune boosting options are super important, like doubling up on them as well. I'm actually not pulling any cards for anyone today. I'm just doing deep dives for us as a collective. So I did a pull for all of us at the beginning. Okay. Let me look at. Let's look at the The fog. Now, I know Isis, you suggested New York and New Jersey. So it's globally now. I did already look at New Jersey a couple months ago and all the UFOs, etc. There's large bases in New Jersey. What else came forward? The drones are scanning. Some of the drones are working in allegiance with the Galactic Alliance with the plasma orbs, and they are scanning and looking for the dark ETs to take them home. They're also scanning for information. They're making sure that certain things don't unfold that will harm humanity. But the other, why is there so much activity there? That's why specifically, but they're everywhere. I've been reposting on my TikTok channel. That's a really cool thing. I can actually repost a lot of other creators' videos on TikTok, so follow me there. And don't be afraid of it. It's going to be taken over by different people, probably by the end of this month. Higher vibrational people, just like X, just like what else was taken over? Telegram as well. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of certain platforms, because right now that's one of the platforms where I can do a lot of research, and so can a lot of creators. But yeah, it's going to be upgraded basically. So just so you all know, the UFOs and UAPs and the drones are global, but there was a larger percentage in New York and New Jersey for that reason. But what I want to ask 2 questions. What do we need to know about the drones and the fog? Solar plexus. So yeah, and then we have 0 reset, new beginnings. I'm just going to do 3 cards for these questions, and then accelerated motion. And let me pull. So I'm connecting in with the Galactic Alliance. They're the ones that are sharing the information. On Rob's show, they said that they are not involved with the fog. The Galactic Alliance are the benevolent beings managing the plasma orbs that are monitoring the situation and making sure that we all start moving forward and behaving. The powers that be that can do things, okay? So solar plexus, 2 of cups. Okay. Okay, so they're just saying that even though, yeah, Galactic Alliance is just saying that the powers are trying to take humanity's power away. Again, it's an experiment, just like the chemtrails. So it's actually, like everything, forcing those of us that are aware to take certain things and do certain things to take care of ourselves, to take our power back. And we're going to be fine. We are starseeds. We are galactic hybrids. We are resilient. We are resilient for sure. Okay, and I got the message right away before the fog even arrived in Vancouver. Fog usually comes in December. It didn't. Everyone else is talking about the fog. It wasn't here. I did a couple of deep dives over the holidays, everyone. I usually try and take a longer break to rest my voice. There was so much happening, I couldn't, and I was guided to look at the fog, which I did the last session as well. And then the fog came in, and the first day I was fine. Second day I was fine. There was a day it came in the afternoon and it was super thick and I felt ill. So I was fine in a couple of hours, but we have to pay attention to how we're feeling, because our physical body is giving us feedback into our environment, right? Okay, so this is forcing so many souls to change your supplements, to change things up, to make sure you have certain things on hand for certain scenarios, but it's not going to go on forever. My question is, when is this new beginning? Is it going to be by the end of January? Well, right now, Queen of Pentacles came in, but she came in upside down. Let's look one more card, please. So the Devil card. So there's a battle going on right now, and this is part of the battle. This is part of the galactic battle. We've seen so many different variations of it, but the fog is part of the galactic battle right now. And then we have accelerated motion. Page of Wands. Fresh, that's a new beginning. King of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. So I specifically want to know, like, how long? February, March, January. Let me just pull one more card. When will the fog this fog project dissipate. So right now, this is High Priestess. Information is not forthcoming. Suffering in silence. They're saying that it's actually part of the process. They kind of, so isn't this weird? Like in a way, on some level, even though they're battling each other down here, in some level, they kind of put projects on the table and say, this would be good to help humanity do this. This is one of them. And so this got approved to push so much of humanity back into the power. What's our power? Our body, our soul, our health. So your health is your priority. There's no more suffering in silence. It's also going to push forward all this information about the toxins in the food, the air, the water, everything. So everyone that's been sharing about this for years is now going to be like an expert. And the people that have no idea by February are going to know. Okay. Oh, they're just saying, okay, interesting. They're also letting me know, because there's no legislation right now anywhere that can stop this from happening. So this is another way to push humanity in. We don't want this. We don't want air like this. We don't want to be experimented on anymore. So their star councils are assisting as well, moving everything in that direction. But right now they're saying there's still a large percentage of humanity that doesn't want to take responsibility for the health. So anyway, it looks like things will be slowed down by the end of January. So that's good to know. Okay. And I think I answered the questions about New York and New Jersey, why that's going on. I'll just pull a couple more cards and just see if there's anything else that we need to know about the New York, New Jersey area. I mean, we did a big piece of grid work for New York last year. So much has happened in New York historically, from the land to the tunnels to, harming so many things. So I feel like New Jersey and New York, like my understanding is, we were talking about ports, that the ports are in New Jersey for New York. So lots of boat activity in New York too, right? Yeah, so I'm not surprised. But the reason there's more activity in New Jersey is because that's where a lot of the facilities are. Okay, let's look at if there any other information we need to know about, let's just say New Jersey, about the UFOs and UAPs in New Jersey. Number 7, choose wisely. That's interesting. Oh, number 9, fulfillment of wishes. This one wanted to come as well. Sacrifice. There you go. Firm foundation. Okay, so they're already letting me know a couple things. They want everyone in those areas to see them. They're also saying giving us everyone opportunity, especially in those areas. The drones, they're man-made. Can you see that now? Can you see the difference between that and a UAP and a UFO? You see the difference between all these energies because they're different. Okay. Then we have fulfillment of wishes. So many people in those areas manifested this, wanted this, and have been seeing it for years. So that's been a collective manifestation. Oh, sacrifice. So lots of stuff going on underground in tunnels that they're cleaning up as well. Firm foundation to clear out all the fear and worries and stress and lies in everyone's root chakra. Okay, let me just pull some other cards. Yeah, so overall we have 6 of Cups. So it's to move all the old out, especially for the root chakra, and get everybody back into, oh, there's some UFOs. Yeah, what are you doing for dinner tonight, right? So same with Connecticut, same. Everyone, so such a large population in those areas. So if everybody in those areas gets it, it's going to be this ripple effect across the country. So I love that. That's perfect. Okay. Is there anything else I was going to look at? I was going to pull a few cards about California. Let me just see. Yeah, because I've been talking for almost an hour now. So yeah. Let me just see what's going on. Yeah, like, oh, sorry, that was different. Sorry. Hold on here. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just a different, my understanding is what I looked at before was the fog. The fog is being distributed by some of the drone systems. So not all the drone systems are working with the Alliance. They're being independently run by independent contractors. Nobody's talking about it because everybody's pointing the finger, and we won't really have. Yeah, I know Mr. T. Yeah, Mr. T in the U.S., but he's not officially in office till the 20th, so he can only do so much. But he can't even share very much. So he'll probably, by the 20th comes, he'll have the answers and have like 10 things fixed by then. But yeah, he's very aware of it. Absolutely. But it's another version of them exploiting humanity. Okay. Let me just pull a few cards about California, about the fires yesterday. And let me just see. What do we need to know about the fires? Positive movement forward. So these are the fires that hit the Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica, Venice, Malibu. Incredibly high winds, like beyond normal winds. And the fire just ripped through really, really quickly. So basically they had to evacuate everybody. Heart chakra. They're going to know. We'll know by the photos. So we'll know if cars have been turned into white dust, if certain things are melted, the intensity of that fire. Because when areas are evacuated that quickly, that means the fire was so intense that the firefighters couldn't fight it. So we have positive movement forward, heart chakra. So I don't always get the messages, discontentment and boredom, accelerated motion. Yeah, no kidding. I'm hearing it's an operation, but I'm going to pull some galactic cards. So let me just do this reading first, and then we'll call it a day. So positive movement forward, like this came in, but it came in upside down. So there was a lot of wealth and energy trapped in those areas. That I'm hearing that will now be distributed. It's created a lot of anxiety for a lot of people, of course, like shock and anxiety, and lots of grief and sadness. Absolutely. Overall, it's going to be a positive message for everyone. Okay, what do we need to know about the heart chakra? 10 of Cups. So there were underlying things going on in those areas that we can't see or we don't know about. But they're letting me know it's going to be, crazy as it sounds, it's going to be for the benefit of humanity that those areas are now transformed. Discontentment and boredom, Page of Wands. I'm feeling that some of it is connected to the transporting of humans and children. So we never know, right? We never know what's going on in houses or under those areas. So in other words, like a white hat op. Yeah, a white hat operation. Okay, and look what we got at the bottom of the deck. The balance and new beginnings. Okay, let me pull some galactic cards and just see. Who okayed this operation? Yeah, I covered a lot today, I know, right? Palladians came in, but it says blind enthusiasm. I'm hearing a lot of genetic stuff is going on in those areas. Creative communication, number 161, serious. So think about the affluent areas. Thank you. Think about the affluent areas. I mean, we just see the devastation, obviously, but think about the affluent people that are going to get moved out of that area. So that energy is going to be moved elsewhere. Creative communication, serious. So right now I'm seeing the Alliance. I'm seeing a white hat operation. Atlantean area pass. So right away they're letting me know, like, that was also another area. That's what came up for New Jersey as well. There were portals that were being used to transport people back and forth to the old timelines of Atlantis to mess up the timelines. Crazy. So, you know, I'm never happy when these things happen, but I'm so grateful if everyone got out, and it's going to bring forward a lot of information for humanity. Okay. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, 66. There's three, I see 3 sixes. It also says sharing cultural ideas. So there are people in those communities that are going to be helping each other, that are going to be meeting each other, that never would have met without this experience. And yeah, there was the 666 stamp. So there was energy in using those areas. Not all the areas, obviously, but there were big operations going on in those areas. Yeah, with the affluent people. Okay. All right, beautiful tribe. Thank you again. Smashing that like button. Thank you for sharing it out. Thank you all for being here. I'll be back soon. Again, if you'd like to work with me, all the Jumpstart January offers are on at the top of my website for sessions, packages, mentorship program. Sending you all so much love. Happy January. I'll be back soon because so much is going on. Okay. Please also comment if you watch this on replay. What would you like me to deep dive into first and next? And I'll be back soon. All right. Love and aloha, everyone. Take care.